Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. Today our topic is real estate, and in real estate we are going to talk about how to improve Airbnb booking rates. Number 1, offering discounts and offering lower prices during off-season times, or rather during less busy travel season. Remember, for any kind of Airbnb kind of owner or property owner, they know that very well that there are seasons when we don't have many guests, for example, coming around. For example, for those kind of property owners who deal in diaspora kind of a client, we know, of course, some of the seasons that usually don't have much kind of guests coming around. During that time, any kind of property owner should be able to lower the prices in order to attract more guests, and that increasing their kind of booking rate. Number 2, offering high quality photos and particularly very high catching kind of photos. Remember that, for example, if you are dealing with that kind of a diasporan kind of a client, this is somebody who does not know, for example, or has never been, for example, in Nairobi. If you are having a house in Nairobi for a kind of Airbnb kind of a house, you should be able to put very high quality photos, cause that kind of a client will be able to travel through to your kind of Airbnb kind of a house using the kind of photos that you have already enlisted in your kind of a in a kind of a house that you are doing the kind of advertisement. For example, their photos should be eye-catching, that when the kind of guests, for example, views, they should be able to differentiate it from any kind of other kind of a person who has done the different kind of enlisting, by making sure that your photos, they stand out amongst many. Number 3, having a comprehensive listing kind of a description. That is, if we talk of a comprehensive kind of a description, by making sure that you put any kind of, or you list any kind of an amenities that their house entails. That is, for example, if a house has a hot tub, if it has a sea, and then also in their description, you should be able also to list whether you also allow kind of pets. That is because for any kind of a guest who is looking for a kind of Airbnb kind of a house, they might be looking for a particular kind of a description. For example, they might be looking, for example, to see whether your house will normally allow pet, and if you don't allow pet, at least you'll be also able, or they'll be rather in a position to look for such a kind of a house elsewhere. So by enlisting those kind of comprehensive kind of listing description, at least you should be able to, it will be, the guest will be at least in a position to know whether to book your kind of house or not to book your kind of house, depending on the kind of amenities that they are looking for. Again, number 4, host behavior and setting. That is, when you talk of host behavior and setting, is that, for example, if you are kind of a property owner, how do you handle your kind of clients that, or rather, the guests that have come in there? How do you respond to their kind of question that they ask you? For example, assume that you have this kind of a diasporan kind of a client. He has already come to occupy the house, and when he has occupied the house, for example, he managed maybe to call you, maybe even within the same day, then he says that, oh, I'm not happy by this and this, or by this kind of a setting, or rather, this is not the kind of a description that you enlisted in your kind of property kind of description when you are doing the kind of enlisting. How will you be able to handle that kind of a person? Will you, or rather the guest, will you ignore them, or rather would you answer their question? Because if you don't answer their question, it means that by the time their time comes to, their attendance comes to an end, of course that kind of guest will go and is unhappy, and he wouldn't be able to even book your house ever again, even when you are doing your kind of enlisting, or rather marketing your kind of a house. And also, it might also leave a very bad review, and that might also discourage your kind of any kind of a guest looking for a kind of Airbnb kind of a house. Hence, instead of improving your kind of booking rate, you'll be lowering your kind of booking rate. So it is very important the way you behave, or rather the way you communicate to your clients, to be in a good manner, so that you improve your kind of a booking rate by client knowing that you are there for them, and any kind of problem arising, or rather any kind of questions that they have, you are able, or rather you are in a position to handle them in the most effective way. And it's all that for today. Till next time, bye bye.